Money is a tool that we all can't live without. It allows us to afford the necessities of life, such as food and accommodation, as well as luxuries such as holidays or jewellery. There are several ways that we can acquire money, and once we get it, there are even more ways that we can spend it. But it is important that we do not spend it all. Instead, we should save some for emergencies and invest some for retirement. And so that brings us to our topic of the day. 5 ways to spend less money. Always be skeptical and question everything. Yes, we mean everything. We live in a capitalist society, and the rule of the game is to make as much money as possible. That means that every business out there is trying to get you, yes you, to buy more products and services from them so that they can make as much money as possible. So the chances are, when you get the urge to buy something, someone probably came up with a smart marketing plan to convince you to buy that thing you really want. Yup, you were convinced. That urge did not just come out of nowhere. Do you really need to pay for that course? Or have you been convinced through marketing that it is exclusive content that will somehow make your life better? Do you really need that designer bag? Or have you been convinced that it is worth more than it really is? The chances are you do not really need that product or service that you really want to buy, and you probably will not want it nearly as much in a week or two. Which brings us to our second point. Impulse buying makes up a large portion of our spending. It's an unplanned decision to buy a product or service in the spur of the moment. In other words, it's when you buy something that you do not need for no rational reason whatsoever. You see something and you instantly want it, and you cannot resist the temptation to buy it. The next time you are faced with a product or service that you feel you just can't live without, try waiting a week before you decide to part with your money. After a week, the chances of you still wanting the product will be slim to nothing. But if it's not, and you still have a strong desire for the product after a week, then go ahead and treat yourself if you can afford it. But make sure you are checking comparison websites first to ensure that you are getting the best deal possible. After all, if you cannot resist the urge, then the least you can do is find the cheapest possible deal so that you spend as little money as possible. If you have made it this far, then we would like to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and even share this video with your friends. It is important that you reduce the number of temptations that you are bombarded with each day. In doing so, you will reduce the opportunity to impulse buy, which of course will help to reduce the amount of money you spend. So how exactly can you reduce temptation? Well, you could avoid places such as shopping malls, and you could also unfollow influencers who constantly promote new products each week. You may feel like your favorite influencer is your best friend in your head, but the reality is that an influencer's sole job is to get you to buy things. They are a living, breathing advertisement and have mastered the art of persuasion. In fact, influencer marketing is so powerful that companies pay influencers thousands of dollars to persuade you to buy their goods, and the entire global influencer market is expected to reach a whopping $15 million by 2022. Remember, you can't buy what you don't know exists. So if you do not see, hear or feel it, then the chances are you will not want it. So unfollow those living ads. You have probably heard this one before, and it's true. Compile a list of all of your expenses and evaluate which ones are essential and which ones are not. Once you have figured out which ones are essentials, see if there is any way of reducing each of these costs. Your income minus all of your essential expenses equals your disposable income. Each month, you should decide how you want to use your disposable income. You should save some for a rainy day and to support any long-term goals you have. You should also invest some for the days you no longer want to or cannot work. And of course, you should keep some for the things that make you happy. After all, you only live once. But remember, a budget only works if you stick to it. So make sure that it is realistic and that you hold yourself accountable to it. We have just shared 5 things you can do to spend less money. Leave a comment down below letting us know 5 more ways to spend less money. Thank you for watching. We are Mob, the place you come to be inspired to make oneself better. We've been working hard to help you develop a winning mindset so that you can take on the world and win this game called life. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and even share this video with your friends. Let us know in the comment section if there is a topic you would like us to discuss next.